Debating if I'm going to leave this bit in or not. So, I don't want to play Doom right now, but I need to record a video to upload. So I'm thinking I could react to an old Dean of Doom, but I'm trying to think what I want to react to. So I guess I'll keep this in. I'll just chat to myself out loud. Let's see. I've already done Alien Vendetta. I've already done Equinox. I could do Hell Revealed. I haven't done Hell Revealed yet. What else is here that I've covered? Redone. I think that's it, actually, for, like, old revisits. I think it's just Alien Vendetta and Equinox. I don't think I revisited anything else. You know what? Yeah. Fuck it, man. Let's do the Hell Revealed revisit. I don't remember a lot of the Hell Revealed Dean of Doom. I remember... I don't fucking know. Full screen.
Hello there.
You scared the shit out of me. I didn't hit play. I hit full screen, and he was like, hello there, I'm Mount Pain 27, and I'm gonna scare the fuck out of you. I'm gonna yell at you tomorrow for that, my friend. Alright. Hell Revealed. Revisiting. This is just as much of a surprise to you as it is to me. I didn't know what I was gonna do today, so this is it. Mount Pain's giving me consent to do these videos, so you ain't seen the original. For some reason, go turn this off, go give him your first view. Come back, we'll watch this together. Hell Revealed, I enjoyed playing Hell Revealed, and I'm always gonna stick up for Hell Revealed, where people talk about how boring it is. Boring and grindy. And it is boring and grindy, but it's a good boring and grindy. In places. There are some places. It is not fun. We're gonna get to those places. Take it away, Mount Pain 27.
Hello there. I'm Mount Pain 27, and this is Dean of Doom, the show where we give grades to classic and contemporary Doom games.
Is that so?
Why?
Never would've guessed.
Because ranking things is fun.
Good reason.
Today's episode will be dedicated to Hell Revealed, a megawad by Jonathan Donner and Haggai Niv, released in...
Fun fact, Jonathan Donner was like 16 when he made these maps. Didn't know that!
1997. You guys voted for it, so here it is. Hell Revealed is one of the most...
That's right, this was a, YouTube vote. I think this was between... Oh, God. Hell Revealed... I used to know this off the top of my head. Hell Revealed... Was it Hell Revealed, TNT Revolution, and Kama Sutra? Were those the three? And we picked Hell Revealed. I'd probably still pick Hell Revealed.
Most played...
But I mean, I'm content with, like, all three of those choices.
megawads of all time. And if it didn't invent the concept of slaughter mapping outright, it's certainly the megawad that popularized it. Known for its extreme difficulty on the ultraviolet setting, Hell Revealed...
I would argue that Plutonia is the wad that invented slaughter maps because of Go To It.
Took the Casali brothers' teachings from the Plutonia experiment and did them one better. Hell Revealed is more sadistic, excessive, and nefarious than anything id Software ever dreamed of releasing, and continues to offer new players significant challenge and frustration to this day. Your mission is to find out what your mission is, and upon completion, send a letter of complaint to the madmen who sent you here. If you want to read the rest of the story, you can send $500 to Donner and Niv, or enter a nut house. This is Doom, man. Just go in there and kill.
I wonder if anybody ever actually sent them $500. I wonder.
Before we do so, here's how the show works. We give each
How does the show work, Mount Pain? I've never seen this before.
One for quality and one for difficulty.
Okay.
Grade quality from A to F, and difficulty from X
Two grades, okay.
X for
Okay,
extreme,
okay.
E for easy, and A through D in between. A grade A level is fun, memorable, visually distinctive, creative, and a fair challenge.
Fair.
Lower grades indicate the level lacks some
let's get into
or
that
all
bit.
of these qualities. Bear in mind that even in 1997, I probably wouldn't have been considered good at Doom, and these reviews reflect only my opinions, so our definitions of difficulty,
Well, in 1997, I would have been considered non-existent.
and great map design will surely
Because I didn't exist yet.
agreeing is part of the fun, after all. At the end of the day, this show is about spreading the joy of Doom, so let's do so. For the new viewers in the audience, here are the rules. 1. We play on ultraviolence. 2. We play each level from a pistol start. 3. In order to review the WAD, I must have played it at least twice.
Poor you.
4. Saves are allowed, but discouraged. Well, actually, I'm going to be saving like crazy in this run, so I'll just scratch that one. And 5. I go for 100% kills in all levels, making exceptions in cases where it's just not worth it.
I remember when I first watched this episode, I had always heard of Hell Revealed. I always knew how kind of hard it was. I And when I saw that the rule was changed to saves will be abused, I was like, damn, is this really, really that hard? And I played it, and it's hard, but I definitely came away thinking, like, because I remember I think I was telling Mount Payne when I was playing this, that I was looking forward to playing Hell Revealed, because I knew when I came out the other side, I felt like I was going to be a better player. But I came out the other side feeling about the same. I guess I was good enough to play it from the start. I also like that after I Am Save Scum, he kind of just dropped the... Whenever he does the saves or allowed roll, he dropped the but discouraged, because he encourages saves now. Well, I think since the Save Scum video, he started encouraging saves, or stopped caring that about the saveless stuff. I think that's a neat little change. I was gonna say nice little change, and then changed it to neat in the middle. It's a good change.
I play on Z-Doom with compatibility settings on strict. Now to the WAD. Map 1. Into the Gate. Not a bad
Iconic start.
Into
Iconic level, actually.
Teleport traps, but it's kind enough to give the player a berserk to deal with all those pinkies. Except for the hit scanners, you'll mostly be dealing with monsters single file. Say hi and bye to the world's loneliest Kakady.
Fun fact, I think in multiplayer there's a cyber demon out here.
And then it's skedaddle. It's a shame Hell Revealed wastes one of the best Rise of the Triad middies on its short opener, though it's hard not to get excited to play the rest of the Megawad after hearing it. Grade C+, difficulty D-. Map 2. Gateway Lab.
This is actually one of Hell Revealed's best middies.
Unpopular opinion, I kind of like Hell Revealed's early levels. I think it's the lack of indiscriminate sadism that appeals to me.
I despise the early levels of Hell Revealed. If I play Hell Revealed, I want the difficulty. I don't want some random 90s one.
Gateway Lab isn't the prettiest, but it's hard to make mowing down fodder and hit scanners unfun. Grade B-, difficulty D-. Map 3, the Dumpster. Here's a pro tip for Hell Revealed.
Yeah.
Don't try to beat a level until you've already played the level. Exhibit A, shooting at these monsters.
I remember complaining about
downstairs who will eat you for breakfast. If you played the level already, you'll know not to do that. See what I mean? The rest of
I remember complaining about Hell Revealed's difficulty to Mount Payne in the beginning, and he gave me that exact same tip.
The map is mostly unthreatening, and its grimy texturing adds to the scenery more than you'd expect. Grade C+, difficulty D. Map 4, the Garden Terminal. Probably the easiest level in the Megawad, the Garden Terminal is textbook filler.
I don't remember
Not
this
sure
map.
why the BFG is here, because
Oh,
you
I can
definitely
remember it
don't
now.
need it. And this dead marine by the blue key is even more inexplicable. Did the demons bore him to death? Guess we'll never know. Shout out to the Megawad's first Baron of Hell. Grade D, difficulty E. And why don't we add a Baron counter, just for the fun of it? Baron count 1. Map 5, Core Infection. This congested tech base is
This is the first hard map.
bump in the road. Ammo might get dicey as you're forced to contend with a lot of bullet sponges in tight quarters without a super shotgun. If you're not a doomed scrub like I am, you should be able to execute a grab on the plasma rifle here, which makes the level much easier.
I
Then
couldn't.
again, if you're playing Hell Revealed, you're probably not the kind of person who likes making things easy for yourself. Grade C, difficulty C+, Baron count.
Well, you're better than me because you managed to get it.
Map 6, the Round Crossroads. After an energetic start where you're tasked with clearing out the tidal courtyard, the Round Crossroads devolves into a blah key hunt. The enemies crowding this map's corridors are even meatier than those in Core Infection. Hell Revealed's legendary run of Baron abuse begins here. Beware of surprise crushers and don't be afraid to spam the plasma gun. You get plenty of ammo for it and it'll save you time. Grade C+, difficulty C+, Baron count 8. Map 7, Arachnophobia. Subtlety is not something Hell Revealed is known
Also, one of Rise of the Triad's best middies.
for. Haggai Niv's first solo contribution to the Megawad, Arachnophobia, is a giant spider filled with spiders. If killing arachnotrons with a super shotgun is your cup of tea, then actually it'll probably still bore the shit out of you. Take laps around the arena, giving facefuls of flak to every four-legged freak you meet, and in a few minutes everything will be dead. Just before you exit, Mama Spider will spawn in and make a pitiful attempt to avenge her offspring. Stand a good distance away, take out the rocket launcher, hold down the fire button to send her headlong back into
It's
hell
funny,
with
but it's not
kids.
interesting.
It's easy to dunk on this map with its silly premise and repetitive action, but I just can't dislike it. Grade C+, difficulty D, Baron count 0. Footnote, this is the last map in Hell Revealed that doesn't contain Barons of Hell. Map
Good.
8, the Jail. There's not much to say about the jail. It's drab and dismal, which I suppose is a compliment.
Why would you have the pinky facing away from you at the start? Why wouldn't you have him facing the player? He's supposed to make sure you don't go anywhere. You should have had him be like a sleepy pinky, right? Like the sleepy shotgunner in Underhalls. I think that'd have been cool.
The jail doesn't put up much of a fight, probably because of good...
Because it's like he's watching you, but doesn't try to attack you until you get like close to him, you know?
Percentage of the opposition is behind bars. I feel like they could have saved this MIDI for a harder level. It's incredibly bleak. Don't shirk on secret hunting if you want 100% kills. Grade C+, difficulty C-, Baron count 3. Map 9, Knockout. Welcome to Hell Revealed's first tripping block. Prepare a bucket of ice for your left hand, because after all the demon tenderizing you're about to do, you're gonna need it. Knockout isn't a true Tyson level, since you will obtain a shotgun, chain gun, and some ammo for both weapons, but I highly recommend saving it for monsters that are out of reach or when punching is unfeasible. The map can be a pain to traverse, owing to the damaging floor that connects the two main areas and contains a must-have secret ammo stash. With the red and yellow keys in hand, get ready for the title match. The challenger? A lot of imps. Any ammunition you've got left?
That's not a fair challenger. That's a lot of fucking... It's multiple challengers, actually.
I'll unload it here. Side note, Hell Revealed has a thing with odd monster blocking line defs. I've never seen monsters more conspicuously impeded by impassable, invisible walls than in this Megawad.
Yeah, I noticed when I played this map that they don't cross over that way, but they'll cross over towards, like, where you start. Like, where you come in the room initially. I don't know.
It kind of ruins the immersion for me, frankly.
Wait, did you just say it ruins the
Oh, yeah.
immersion?
This is the birth of the delinquent.
Yes, I did.
In a game where you run 30 miles an hour, never reload most of your weapons, can't look up or down, and walk around a chunky world of...
What does this say? Maturity, equality, understanding, excited, positively helpful. What classroom is this? What did you look up to find this? Did you just look up classroom? Yo, shout out to the Red Sox, by the way.
Hyper-pixelated landscapes shooting 2D demons.
Everyone, say hello to the Delinquent of Doom. He's a bit of a problem student.
Imagine a shooting game that says, hey, for this level, you're not allowed to use guns. It intentionally gets rid of a fundamental game mechanic for a cheap difficulty hike. That's a bit silly, don't you think?
Well, that's this map's gimmick. It forces you to play creatively if you want to beat it. Kind of like a puzzle.
I'm not buying it. It just rings of, we ran out of ideas, so we're intentionally taking away the only fun part of the game to make you struggle unnecessarily.
Well, if you're playing Hell Revealed, you're an experienced doomer looking for a challenge.
Okay, Doomer.
Clear the imps.
There's that video kind of dating itself. That was around the time I think OK Boomer became a thing. When did this video come out? Yeah, that sounds right.
Chip away at the Mancubi and you'll be able to make a run for the exit. Hopefully you've saved that invulnerability, as it helps make mincemeat of any monsters you left behind. Knockout is not an easy map to appreciate on first playthrough, but it's good boxing practice for veterans and an introduction to the resource deprivation and excess that comprise Jonathan Donner's brand of cruelty. Grade B-, difficulty B+, Baron count 4. Map 10, Chambers of War. Even by Hell Revealed standards, this map is not easy on the eyes. It's profoundly brown, religiously square, and suffers from bland monster placement. Find the plan.
Religiously square. What is the problem with maps being square? Yeah, it's simple. If it looks good, who cares? I'm not saying this looks good, but if it's a good square, who cares? That's a good rhyming catchphrase from me. If it's a good square, who cares?
Plasma gun is
Take it or leave it.
And the rest of the map is like taking candy from a zombie man. I do like the hedge maze at the end, though I have to point out, being able to see over the hedges kind of defeats the purpose. Grade D, difficulty.
The hedge maze in this one's fine because you can't see the key until you're like right next to it, so you still gotta search.
C-, Baron count 6. Map 11, Underground Base. This is pretty much the point of no return.
Yep.
Underground Base on Ultraviolence is where most sane people will close the game and get on with their lives. It's a lengthy and intractable map that tests your patience as much as your skills. The rest of Hell Revealed is more of the same, so if that's your thing, then stick around.
This is the first real Hell Revealed map, in my opinion.
Underground.
Okay, let me take that back a little bit. This is like the... This would be the demo of Hell Revealed. This would be like, this is what you're getting into.
Base starts off hostile and claustrophobic, forcing you to run from fights or grind down enemies with a shotgun. Clear out the starting area, hopefully find a critical secret plasma rifle, and you'll be sort of ready to face the big room with the wooden towers and 2 cyber demons. The archvile count on this map is obscene, but luckily the few that are surrounded with friends are easily distracted. This map loses big points for making its rocket launcher a secret. If you want all the kills, it is not optional, but for some reason Jonathan Donner thought it would be a good idea to hide it behind a fake wall. I also have to take out my red pen for this flagrant monster blocking line def usage. I get that he didn't want the pinkies to be able to leave the room, but there are more organic ways of achieving that.
Just let them leave the room. What's the difference?
Grabbing the BFG here will summon a cyber demon, and if you don't mind waiting, you can recruit him to murder the peripheral barons and revenants. Underground Base's 2 spider demons are an afterthought, and the map concludes on a time-consuming baron and Hell Knight cage fight. Wiggling through the cage maze to catch the exit door before it closes is the cherry on top of an already frustrating experience. Grade C, difficulty A-, Baron count 21. Map 12, Great Halls of Fire. Great Halls of Fire is a boxy patchwork mess of a map, and and only a little less painful to play than it is to look at. The super shotgun room dispenses barons like a vending machine. Killing them one at a time seems to be the intended method, but you can leave them for later if you want.
Didn't Jonathan Donner say that like this was his favorite fight or something?
This fight was apparently one of Jonathan Donner's, quote, favorite.
Yeah.
Which in retrospect explains a lot. I'm not a fan of these sinking floors that lock you into fights with floating foes, and the Cyber Demon cameo is made kind of pathetic by the big friggin' gun. Don't forget about the world's most irrelevant pain elemental hidden behind this firewall. Grade D, difficulty B, Baron count 11. Map 13, Last Look at Eden.
Oh, yes. Last Look at Eden. Fantastic level. Absolutely fantastic level. I complained a lot in my playthrough, but I love this map. I don't know if I said this. I actually went back and I UV maxed this map. I have no proof of that, but I UV maxed it.
If you don't know what you're in for, this map will give you a whipping. If you'd prefer not to shotgun your way through a stultifying mass of demons, try to finesse your way out of the first room without firing a shot, which is a headache and a half by itself, hustle past these tiers of pain, again without firing a shot, grab the SSG, and finally take this demon-infested park to task. Thread your way around a Mancubian bombardment, meddling barons and hell knights, the occasional archvile, and a centrally located cyber demon, and then it's time for the blue key room, famously deemed nearly impossible by Jonathan Donner.
I hear this so often, and man, do I disagree. This is not... Maybe I got lucky. Let me not leave any room for misunderstanding. Maybe I got lucky when I did this. I have done this cage fight I've attempted it 3 total times, and I've successfully done it twice. The only time I've died was in the playthrough, and that was due to a face rocket. In the saveless UV max that I did, my first attempt out of the starting room and getting into the park was the successful run. Did that on my first try getting out of there. It was this, just rocket the chain gunners. And if you have good luck with movement, if you move in such a way that you don't get hit by anything, which is, if you get lucky and projectiles don't bump into you, you pretty much win the cage fight at that point. Just rocket the chain gunners. If you rocket the chain gunners, the rest might fall into place.
Prince test, locking the player in a cage surrounded by chain gunners, revenants, barons, hell knights.
See, you got 22 rockets here. You gotta be using the rockets in this fight. If you don't use the rockets in this fight, yes, it is nearly impossible. You gotta use the rockets.
Cacodemons for 30 seconds. What you're watching now is my 15th attempt. Don't look too closely or it'll give you motion sickness. This fight is highly luck-based. If the chain gunners and most of the revenants don't get distracted, you're a goner. And even then, taking heavy damage is inevitable.
With all
the keys in hand, you'll have to carefully pick your way back through all the enemies you ignored earlier, which is less than stellar.
That was a risky SSG shot if that auto-aimed up to the archvile. I don't think it was gonna because the Mank was in the way.
Eden is considered one of the hallmark maps of Hell Revealed. But I have to say, if it had a different MIDI, I doubt it would be remembered so fondly. Grade B-, difficulty.
I think if you were to replace going down the fast way with any other MIDI, I think it would have probably been a mid C. The MIDI doesn't necessarily make the map, but it does make it feel a lot better. Yeah, end of my sentence.
A+, Baron count 19, map 14, City in the Clouds. Well, I hope you're psychic or armed with a rigor.
I also really like this map. I don't know what it is with maps like these that are like... It's a medium-sized map, but you have to pick it apart so slowly and methodically that I really like maps like this.
First plan, because City in the Clouds hardly lets you pass the starting line if you're not already intimately familiar with it. All your weapons are locked away at the start, and there's nary a hit scanner to bum a firearm from, so you're essentially naked and getting shelled by revenants, arachnotrons, mancubi, and a cyber demon right from the get-go. The rocket launcher is in this room, but if you try to defend yourself against the imps and pinkies guarding it, the room floods with cacodemons. The shotgun, yes, the lowly shotgun, is guarded by imps, hell knights...
I hate this fucking shotgun.
Baron and an archvile. Now that you're minimally armed, resist the temptation to use the invulnerability sitting in the middle of the street, hack through these specters, blow up the archvile posse guarding the blue key, and again, don't shoot when you're up there grabbing it, because you'll wake up 3 more archviles down in the specter gully you just cleared out, rendering escape impossible. Oh yeah, and watch out for that cyber demon on your way out. With the blue key in hand, the rest of the map is a cinch. Just berserk punch some revenants, hell nobles, and archviles in tight quarters, dodge another cyber demon and some spiders, kill more archviles, and with all 3 keys in hand, you can finally exit. If you're not an OCD case like myself. The cleanup required to 100% City in the Clouds is extensive and unpleasant. At this point, you've left several archviles, the cacodemon ambush, the majority of the revenant window snipers, and at least 2 cyber demons alive. The cyber demons especially are a real kick in the teeth if you don't have a BFG, so I'll just make this jump.
Let's have a look at the save files. Go on.
I'll just...
Oh, he doesn't show it. Okay. Well, I'm backing up anyway. I don't give a
Two
shit.
cyber demons alive. The cyber demons especially are a real kick in the teeth if you don't have a BFG, so I'll just make this jump and...
Let's see. We got okay, CC2 29 no ammo. AV 29 suck. What's map 29 again? Oh, Fire Walk with me. Equinox. Fuck Winox 2. GD bad, GD real bad. What is G? Wait, what? Can you explain that? What is what happened to GD that it went from bad to real bad? There's JPCP, there's Reverie. I'm playing Reverie somewhat at some point.
I'll just make this jump. God damn it. According to Jonathan Donner, parts of this map came to him in a dream. But for the player, City in the Clouds is a complete nightmare. Grade C.
So here's the thing with this map. If you were to play it with Mount Payne's instructions before, like as your first playthrough, it kind of detracts from the map, I think. I think if you're watching this and you're intending to play it, I don't think you're going to play this. I lost my own train of thought. I think if you're watching this, you've either already played it or are not. You've either already played it or you're not planning on playing it, right? So, or you're not going to remember it when you get there, like me.
Difficulty X-, Baron count 10. Look, guys, I'll be honest. I don't want to go any further with this. After the secret maps, Hell Revealed only gets more exhausting, and I know you guys voted on it and everything, but...
Play the game, Mount Payne 27.
Okay. Map 15, Gates to Hell. Brace...
The fucking Civvy reference. I didn't get that when I first watched this, because I wasn't watching Civvy yet, but, that's pretty funny.
yourselves, because I actually kind of like this map. Sure, the Baron cleanup at the end kind of kills the vibe, and the secrets are so missable that they more or less mandate a reading of the Hell Revealed info pack, but the rest of the map is upbeat and intense, setting the tone with a swath of Mancubi and a swarm of imps at the start, and serving up a new fight for every gate you enter. Gates to Hell has an engaging layout, and is for the most part one of Hell Revealed's more chipper maps. Grade B, difficulty B+.
I don't know that it was B-worthy, but it wasn't terrible.
Baron count 32. Map 31.
Knuckle crack, because boy do I have some words to say about this.
The Descent. One of the ugliest, dullest maps I've ever played. A no-effort gimmick, executed lazily and without a drop of fun. You'll spend the first half of the map waiting for the elevator to hit the ground floor while battling a drip feed of random monsters, or not. You can block them from teleporting in by standing on their spawn.
If you're a bitch! Half of the fun of this... Okay. I'm gonna be completely honest. The entire reason I like this map is because of the elevator fight. The fact there's no armor sucks humongous dong, but, like, the elevator fight is why I like this map so much. So, what should have happened is there should have been 2 teleport destinations, so that you can't block the ambush. Now, that would have made it extremely chaotic and actually way harder, but it would have made some anti-cheese, right? It would have made some anti-cheese.
Spawn spot if you wish. At the bottom, get ready to be reamed by chain gunners and specters, and then ambushed by revenants and barons when you grab a key card. There are also some...
Well, you probably could have made it so that you could, that, like, if one spot's blocked, you can go to the other. That could have been done, I think.
Cyber demons in each of the 4 corner rooms who seem to exist only to waste your time. The icing on the cake is, if you want to go to the super secret level, you need to navigate a platforming section so treacherous it almost made your mild-mannered Dean throw his mouse across the room. I can't find a single
That's not that treacherous. I did it on like my second try. And no, it's not because I'm a speedrunner. You gotta be careful.
Positive thing to say about this map. Even the
You're shaking the mouse like it's a fucking California earthquake.
music selection greats.
I mean, I know it's because you're frustrated, but...
Jackson's rendition of Adagio in G minor sounds like the original on Adderall and contributed significantly to my
Forgot about that comment.
aggravation. Skip this one. Grade F, difficulty B.
I disagree. I disagree. Oh, I disagree. I don't think it's an F. I don't think it's like an A, but I don't think it's an F.
15. Map 32, mostly harmful.
Now this is an A. This is the best map from Hell Revealed, I think.
My favorite map in Hell Revealed so far, mostly harmful, is short,
Damn right.
explosive, and not as difficult as advertised. Best of all, I can let myself skip going for 100% kills because it uses a monster spawner. You're looking at 4 copy-pasted
It uses like 6 monster spawners or something like that.
rooms packed to the gills with archviles, Mancubi, Hell Knights, Barons, and Cyber Demons, a central fortress ringed by a moat full of more monsters, and a parapet clogged with revenants. Lucky for you, mostly harmful comes with 12 megaspheres and a BFG right at the start. Hold down the fire button and don't let go. When you've cleared out all the rooms and acquired 3 keys, stand on the exit pad and done.
Your BFG got skyboxed there. Shout out to Decino.
Down the fire button and don't let go. When you've cleared out all the rooms and acquired
Poof!
3 keys, stand on the exit pad and die. No, really. The map ends when your health dips under a certain threshold. Fun fact, compared to other difficulties, the number of barons in this level actually decreases on ultraviolence. Grade B+, difficulty A-, baron count 16. Map 16, The Path. Barons everywhere.
Shout out to Buzz Lightyear. I only just now made the connection that that's like the Buzz Lightyear meme. Love Mostly Harmful. If you just want to kill stuff, it's a great map. This map is some kind of misery.
The Path is a sobering drudge of a map, an overscaled dung heap, inundated in damaging blood, and riddled with unconscionable numbers of tanky foes. Players less than conversational in Hell Revealed will have trouble finding their way around because everything looks the f***ing same. And the action consists 10% of diagnosing how to take care of a fight, and 90% of holding down the fire button, waiting for stuff to die. What exactly is this spider demon?
That's kind of a lot of fights, though. I mean, in a lot of Doom, let's be real.
For? Are all these Hell Knights really necessary?
Although the ratio will change. It will not necessarily be 10-90.
What is it about Barons of Hell that Yonatan Donner loves so?
I've long said, I wonder how Hell Revealed would be if Hell Knights and Barons were swapped around in their usages in this WOD. Would that make it more or less bearable? Would it change anything, even? And then I remember this section.
Really necessary?
Imagine if all of those were Barons. Good lord.
What is it about Barons of Hell that Yonatan Donner loves so much? The Path is an enemy of fun, and I despise it. Grade D-, difficulty A, baron count 45. Yikes. Map 17, The Black Towers. And we're back with another installment of Too Many Barons.
Oh yeah, this is the, yeah, you use this and you get, the video got copyrighted. Or not like, it didn't get, like, struck or anything, but it got claimed. That's what it was. I'm gonna keep talking so my own video doesn't get claimed.
The Black Towers can be thought of as a friendlier city in the clouds, in that it gives you guns at the start, but is otherwise a surly son of a bitch. 3 of these rooms will kill you quick. You should see it coming from a mile away, but this Berserk room is a pinky death trap, this Chain Gunner pit is BS, and don't stick around the blue key room long or your history. As it happens, I almost like this map. Maybe because by now I've been conditioned
it was fine.
Work, as opposed to, you know, entertainment. The
Well.
Black Towers is an amiable grind.
Boy, can I relate to that with the new raid in
D-,
Final Fantasy.
difficulty A-, baron count 38. Map 18, Hard Attack. Time to smack some cyber glutes, boys and girls. If you want basically the experience of playing Hell Revealed without actually finishing the whole Megawad, I recommend playing Hard Attack.
That's
it
fair.
sports the highest baron count in the Megawad, a memorable gimmick in the form of this game of Cyber Demon Telefrag tag. It has no visual chops whatsoever, it's exciting in fits and starts, and contains yet another egregious use of monster blocking line defs. Most of the action takes place around an enormous indoor fortress. The wall tops are patrolled by 3 times 10 to the 8th revenants, and after being subjected to 15 minutes
3 times 10 to the 8th. I quit school so I didn't have to do math. And by quit school, I mean graduated. So allow me a moment. I just want to see how many revenants that actually is. Okay. Here, I got an idea. 3 times 10 to the 8th. 300 million. It's 300 million.
of their continuous screaming, it gives me great pleasure to shut them up. This fight in the center of the fortress with Macubi, Arachnotrons, and the Cyber Demon whose cheeks you saw it.
Just laughing at 3 times 10 to the 8. I don't know why. I've watched this episode at least 5 times since it came out, at like several months apart, and only just now is that like making me laugh really hard, I guess, because I know the fucking number. It's meaning.
Revenants surround an enormous indoor fortress. The wall tops are patrolled by 3 times 10 to the 8th revenants, and after being subjected to 15 minutes of their continuous screaming, it gives me great pleasure to shut them up. This fight in the center of the fortress with Macubi, Arachnotrons, and the Cyber Demon whose cheeks you saw me pounding on earlier is unexpectedly fun, and when you grab the BFG, these 8 surrounding cages...
You know, this fight would have probably been easier for me if I had just let the Cyber Demon live instead of literally beating his ass for 3 minutes at the start.
Archviles. I have to give it up to you on its end, this is a clever fight, as you're forced to juggle pressure from incoming Revenant fireballs with Archvile surveillance. The rest of the map, unfortunately, is a major drag, mostly spent picking off vulgar quantities of enemies that can't really hurt you, and waiting for demons to settle their disputes with violence. Overall, it's not as bad a map as I thought it was going to be going in, but I still don't love it. Grade C, difficulty A, Baron count 60.
Yeah, I remember occasionally Payne and I trade off levels to play, and he gave me Hell Revealed map 18, and I told him no thanks. Can I get a different reroll?
Map 19.
Because I didn't want to play Heart Attack, because that is a very tedious level.
Everything dies.
This was a very cool level.
This concept map is a welcome relief from the grind of the past 8 maps. The trick is, you get a full backpack of ammo and a megasphere in the first room, and nothing else the rest of the level. It's not as bad as it sounds, I promise. The Pain elementals at the start won't attack you until you grab the loot due to an exploitation of the lost soul limit, and I spent more time beating these domesticated meatballs to death with my bare hands than I did on any other encounter in the level. Save your cells for Archviles and the 2 boss monsters, rocket when you feel like you have to, and you should finish the map with a good chunk of your stash remaining. After Fire and Ice and Demonic Hordes, You Suck feels very misplaced here. Grade B-, difficulty D+.
Though, to be fair, this was the first one out of those 3 to use You Suck.
Baron count 4. Map 20.
Although I know he's referring to, Dean of Doom continuity.
Grade B-, difficulty D+. Baron count 4. Map 20. Terminator 2. Judgment Day. The sudden absence of Rise of the Triad music is a bad omen indeed. From pistol start, this map is oppressive, forcing you to whittle away.
I've never seen a Terminator movie.
Hell Knights, Barons,
I want you, though.
Incubi, and even Archviles with a shotgun for the first 5 minutes. The room with the yellow key, chain gun, and rock.
I think I gave this map the Hall of Shame, actually, because it was so boring and tedious. I wonder if they just ran out of Rise of the Triad middies to use. I mean, you didn't even use the boss one. I can't remember the name of it.
Rocket launcher features yet another dunderhead use of a monster blocking line def, but I'm glad it's there this time because dealing with all this on a cramped staircase would be awful. Finding the secret SSG isn't hard, but overlook it and your life will become distinctly more miserable. It's pointless and mean. After procuring the yellow key, you can watch monsters kill each other or go snipe some out-of-reach Cacos and Pain elementals in the meantime, because God knows that's the kind of action we all crave. This room with the teleporting barons is straight out of the Plutonia playbook, and no less stupid than it is in the Death Domain. Come to think of it, that was also a map 20. Coincidence? I don't really care, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you want my rigorously researched academic opinion on Judgment Day, here it is. This map sucks.
Very professional.
Shouldn't you be in detention? Grade
Ooh, get detention!
F. Difficulty A-, Baron count 28. Map 21, Siege.
Yeah, I am not fond of Judgment Day by any stretch. Or Siege, for that matter, actually.
I have to appreciate the laid-back maps when they come along, because in Hell Revealed,
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
breakthroughs are scarce and never last long enough. Siege is cute, I guess. The house you start in is stocked with health and armor, and your lawn is strewn with guns and ammunition. The monsters can't follow you back here, so feel free to retreat whenever you feel threatened.
Good
Not much else
concept.
to it. Don't get overwhelmed, take advantage of the map's generosity, and sow the seeds of infighting as often as you can. I don't love
Alright, I gotta pee like super bad, so here, I'll help this along.
this last room, where you'll be dealing with 4 cyber demons and an orgy of pinkies. You can use the cybers to disperse the crowd by dropping them into the water with any of 4 switches, but that's risky. Grade B-, difficulty B, Baron count 12. Map 22, Resistance is futile.
Great map.
If you've made it this far, buckle up, because the trilogy of maps 22 to 24 is Hell Reveal's last bid to make you rage quit. Resistance is futile is the most entertaining of the 3 by a wide margin. Probably the best map in the set so far. It's non-stop slaughter under a starry sky, trenches full of barons, parades of revenants on the prowl.
Alright, it's actually kind of hard to follow what he's saying. I'll turn it back down.
Archviles purring away behind meat shields, and a full roster of cyber demons all eagerly await their chance to put you in the ground. Resistance is futile was the inspiration for Alien Vendetta's No Guts, No Glory, and I gotta say, it's worthy source material. This map kicks ass. I do have a bone to pick with this tiny Arachnotron cyber demon room.
I would argue this map is better than No Guts, No Glory, though.
Which can go sideways quickly with bad RNG, but other than that, well, the action speaks for itself.
Yeah, this is a great level. I still prefer Mostly Harmful, but this is
Grade
fantastic.
A-, difficulty A, Baron count 43. Map 20.
The attempted face rocket.
23. Ascending to the stars.
Oh god.
Oh boy, to give you a blow-by-blow of the plotting, psychotic mess that is Ascending to the Stars would require more stamina and goodwill than I can currently spare. But lucky for me, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and I've got 50 minutes of footage that I can use to illustrate the horror of playing it.
fuck? I didn't know there... Ah! I didn't know that was right there. Yeah, that bit was pretty uninteresting. You're standing still? What did you think was gonna happen? Okay, I think let me review this again. I'm not a coach by any means, I'm just curious. I think what happened is he got hit once, might not have been expecting it, and then just stood still because he gave up. Either way, you're standing still.
Every encounter in this map is a giant middle finger, but this chain gunner room is a clenched fist of middle fingers. There's absolutely no defending this. It's just a roll of the dice, and then you probably die. Hell Revealed's brand of excess is already not one I particularly enjoy, but the tedium here is unprecedented. Aside from the visuals, which were definitely given special attention, I can't find a single thing I actually like about Ascending to the Stars. Grade D-, difficulty X for all the wrong reasons.
But Descent gets an F. But the Descent gets an F. I see you. I see how it is.
Baron count 44. Map 24. Post-mortem. Hell Revealed's difficulty is a direct function of your familiarity with it, and no map better illustrates that idea than Post-mortem. Taking inspiration from Doom 2's The Living End and Plutonia's Final Frontier and Antichrist, Post-mortem is
I think to date this is still my favorite start to a map.
described by its creator as the hardest map in Hell Revealed, and very nearly lives up to that title. The opening minute is unfiltered insanity. Unless you know where to find the secret invulnerabilities down in the poison blood, you're going to die aplenty. What am I saying? No matter what you do, you're going to die aplenty. Post-mortem has the highest enemy count of the Megawatt and arguably the most merciless placements, dodging long-range Revenant missiles.
You never played the map, you'd be surprised that is like 590. That's the monster count in this map.
Cyberdemon rockets is a constant source of distress, and when coupled with lurking Archviles, a surplus of pain elementals, and a dwindling supply of rad suits, you got big problems. The only good news is, once you've established a foothold, you're usually given enough supplies to defend it. Pay particular attention to the Cyberdemons in this map. They're formidable snipers and can close off entire sections of the map if you keep them alive for too long. The last fight pits you up against 5 of them and several Mancubi. The limited room, erratic Mancubi teleportation, and sheer projectile density make this a severe final test for those attempts.
Easily be the hardest map if I were playing in 97. The game used to crash when you attempted to read that. Oh yeah, I remember reading about this. Yeah, so imagine playing this in 1997 and it's like, oh, this map's kind of hard. I'll just save. Oh, the game crashed. Good. Yeah, that's not fun. That's kind of bullshit. And I don't think it's... I think I might have said this before. I don't think it's good game design to be told if you can't beat this map because you need to save, play on a lower skill level. I think that's a go fuck yourself. I think that's not fair. That's dumb.
Attempting to do this saveless.
I do think it's a testament that this map had so much shit that you couldn't save, but I also kind of feel like you could have sacrificed it for gameplay, you know?
To that challenge, I say thanks, but no thanks. Post-mortem is not unjustifiably famous, but I have no fondness for it. Grade B, difficulty X-, Baron count.
But the Descent gets an F! Why?
41. Map 25. Dead Progressive.
I'm not saying give it an A. I'm just saying don't give it an F.
Dead Progressive is like Resistance's Futile Junior. You get a boomstick right out of the gate to deal with this courtyard full of ne'er-do-wells, and every skull switch releases a new round of challengers. The blue key trap is more annoying than it is dangerous, with chain gunners tickling you from both sides, and a crowd of fangirling demons down below. To escape, wait until the bar is raised, though you can get locked in for an additional 30 seconds if you trip the wrong line def accidentally. I don't know if it's easy per se, but Dead Progressive was definitely designed as a break map.
It's easier.
I appreciate it. Grade B, difficulty B-, Baron count 6. Map 26, Afterlife.
Ooh.
Where'd this come from? Seriously, where did this come from? Finding Afterlife at the tail end of Hell Revealed is like discovering a long-lost Salvador Dali painting at a high school art show. It's a surreal and highly experimental map, much more sophisticated than its peers, but still dedicated to grinding gameplay and claustrophobic staging, making it trademark Jonathan Donner. It's no secret, but Hell Revealed is not a beautiful megawatt. Nevertheless, I'm drawn to this map's visuals. The starting area suspended in the stars, this dark void arena with the Cyberdemon, Archviles, and supporting cast, and look at this chessboard. Amazing.
I kind of feel like Afterlife should have been map 29, and I don't know where you would put Temple of Fear, but I feel like Afterlife should have been map 29.
But don't get caught gawking at the scenery, because Afterlife is a ballbuster. The outdoor area is a total clusterfuck. This busy blue corridor with the spider demon and the aforementioned dark
Yeah, it's a real testicle tickler.
room are both harrowing.
Okay, I need you to repeat the last 10 seconds because I was busy trying to find a synonym for ballbuster. So, testicle tickler is my
Amazing. Now, don't
nowhere
get
near the
caught
same
gawking
thing,
at
but
the scenery, because Afterlife is a ballbuster. The outdoor area is a total clusterfuck. This busy blue corridor with the spider demon and the aforementioned
oh yeah, the
dark
parking garage, yeah.
both harrowing. The green marble cathedral that keeps repopulating with chain gunners and archviles is a test of your nerves, and you're given only the super shotgun to deal with all this. It could be worse. I mean, if I only get to pick one gun, I'm picking the super shotty every time.
It's a consistent weapon, but it kind of detracts from the fight or from the map. I would have rather had other weapons.
Afterlife is perhaps best known for taking advantage of the infamous ghost monsters bug, which affects dead enemies crushed into pools of gore who are then resurrected by archviles. These ghost monsters retain the physical properties of a pool of gore after being resurrected. That is, they have a height and radius of 0, which allows them to walk through solid objects, and you can't harm them directly except with splash damage. From pistol start, that means you're out of luck. Afterlife is intense, atmospheric, and maverick work. It makes me wonder how Donner would have evolved as a mapper if he stuck around the Doom scene longer. Grade A, difficulty X-, Baron count 19. Map 27, Cyberpunk 1997.
Anywhere else.
Oh my god, Cyberpunk 2077. Never played it. Probably never will. Don't really care for it.
The final stretch of Hell Revealed sees Haggai Niv take the wheel with uneven results. Cyberpunk is probably his worst contribution to the Megawatt, all due to his excruciatingly clumsy monster placement. This flock of imps makes up almost 2/3 of the map's population, and I almost feel bad for them. It's like lambs to the slaughter. Then you spend half a minute taunting a
It was
Scarf
funny. It was kind of funny.
Demon, another 2.5 minutes pot-shouting 6 harmless archviles, another minute and a half felling Barons of Hell, and finally arrive at the
This
main
was not
attraction
funny.
of the level, a maze with half a dozen cyber demons in it. It seems kind of, I don't know, impolite to bury your map's super shotgun.
Are you
BFG
fucking
next
kidding
to
me?
your
Oh my god. I don't think I found the SSG. Oh, for fuck's sake.
secrets when they're the only means of killing those cyber demons. According to the info pack, Cyberpunk took a long time to develop, but in my opinion, it was released to the public unfinished. Grade D-, difficulty B, Baron
But the Descent gets an F. Are you fucking mad?
count 16. Map 28, Top Hell. Top Hell is probably the most beef per capita of any Doom map I know of. You won't find a single enemy with less than 500 hit points here. I knocked out most of the level with only the rocket launcher because I'm an airhead and forgot where the BFG was, but it proves...
I think when I asked for a reroll after Heart Attack... Oh, no. Oh, hey, shout out to Discord. I don't think I got... Actually, I could be wrong about the Heart Attack roll. I don't think I got Heart Attack. I think I got Top Hell and I asked for a reroll because this map was also kind of tedious.
The map is manageable despite its foreboding first impression. Eliminating the 8 Cyber Demon sentries is Top Hell's deadliest chore, but the Archvile room and the Cyber Demon's revenge from tricks and traps can also spiral out of control. Though
That
it's
was
somewhat
funny.
clumsy compared to Jonathan's more focused work, Top Hell is a solid map and probably Haggai's best work in the Megawatt. Grade B, difficulty A, Baron count 55. Map 29, Temple of Fear. I think even Haggai and Jonathan
I'm
were a little
haunted.
disappointed
Oops.
with how this map turned out. The latter commented in the info pack that Haggai ratcheted up the difficulty in
I
Top
was tapped into OBS, hit spacebar, and it turned off the screen. I'm still haunted by Temple of Fear. If you didn't watch the playthrough, I got some ghosts. There were 2 Ghost Hell Knights that an Archvile res that just harassed me like the entire level, and it was the most frustrating thing.
55. Map 29, Temple of Fear. I think even Haggai and Jonathan were a little disappointed with how this map turned out. The latter commented in the info pack that Haggai ratcheted up the difficulty in Top Hell because his penultimate map turned out to be too easy. Temple of Fear is roundabout and mediocre.
I don't think that's a reason to ratchet up the difficulty in a previous level. I think you should shuffle the level order at that point.
I just played it and I'm having trouble remembering any worthwhile fights besides the first room where you're made to
Oh, I'll never forget it because of the Ghost Hell Knights.
juggle 2 Archviles behind a barrier, ducking Revenant missiles and Barons of Hell. One thing I do remember is this secret which makes you feel around in total darkness and punishes you with Super Slime for going the wrong way. That's worth an IDDT.
I
in
didn't
my
find
book.
that.
The final challenge of Hell Revealed's semi-final round is a massive anticlimax. A wide open arena with just 2 Cyber Demons. Pathetic. Sorry, Haggai. Your pentagram is outstanding, but Temple of Hell is a miss. Grade C-, difficulty.
This is Temple of Fear, not Temple of Hell. This is Temple of Fear, not Temple of Hell. Oh man, is he gonna fucking yell at me when he sees this? Anyway, not actually. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, Afterlife should have been map 29 and this should have been somewhere else. That's what I think. That is absolutely what I think.
See,
I think almost all of episode 3 should have just been, shuffled around a little bit. I think the maps are kind of out of order.
minus Baron count 26. Map 30, Hell Revealed. Hell Revealed concludes on the worst note possible.
This was an okay map to do saveless. Frustrating as fuck, but it was rewarding to finally get the run.
A hyperactive circus of an icon of sin map that takes everything I hate about Doom 2's finale and makes it 10 times worse. The arena comes preloaded with Barons, Revenants, Archviles, and a Cyber Demon, and the icon shotguns spawn cubes at you 4 at a time. In under a minute, the field will become so congested you won't be able to fire a rocket without killing yourself, which is a sort of blessing in disguise, actually, because this map is enough to make anyone suicidal. This is the worst icon of sin map I've ever seen.
Revealed.
Jonathan deserves a morning in the pillory and a face full of rotten vegetables for this. Grade F. Difficulty X.
Sorry, I went to public school. Hold on. Pillory. Definition. A wooden framework with holes for the head and hands in which an offender was imprisoned and exposed. Oh, that's... Okay, that's funnier now that I know what that means. Oh, man. That's pretty funny. Let me hear that again.
Anyone suicidal. This is the worst icon of sin map I have ever seen. Jonathan deserves a morning in the pillory and a face full of rotten vegetables for this. Grade F. Difficulty X.
It's not that bad of a map. It's not that bad.
6 for a grand total of 592 Barons, or about 18.5
Pre-placed Barons, mind you.
BPM. Barons per map.
And because he said that the Baron count in Mostly Harmful goes up when you're not on Ultra Violence, this isn't even its final form. Good luck. Good luck. Because that last one moved out of the way.
So, Hell Revealed is a part of Doom legend for good reason. It's challenging, eclectic, and audacious. That said, playing it, replaying it, and reliving those replays and writing was like pulling teeth. I understand it being a nostalgia pick for some, but an overwhelming majority of these maps are dated, clunky, time-consuming, and dour. Hell Revealed mandates encyclopedic foreknowledge of its map's layouts to obtain 100% completion, and frequently confuses tedium with challenge, most famously with its now oft-memed usage of Barons of Hell. I think I can acknowledge its historical significance, and at the same time, quietly but firmly discourage new players from trying it out. My final grade for Hell Revealed is a C-. Difficulty-wise, Hell Revealed is very punishing. Pound for pound, it's the hardest megawatt I've reviewed for this show, so I'll give it an A+. Now for my Dean's List. Valedictorian,
Yep.
Map 26, Afterlife. Salutatorian, Map 22, Resistance is Futile. Class President, Map 23, Ascending to the Star.
I'm sure the third place was Mostly Harmful, so I'll allow it.
And the dunce cap goes to... Today, it'll be 2 unlucky maps.
Don't pick the Descent.
Map 20, Judgment Day, and Map 30, Hell Revealed.
Alright, you're spared.
Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the WAD down below. I'd love to hear what you think, and I'll heart your comments to let you know I've read them. This is Mount Pain 27, and I'll see you in the Dean of Doom Season 1 finale.
Yeah, this is a good trailer, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna leave a comment real quick. I got you. Hold up. Wait, I left a comment. Wait. Is it a coincidence all the 90s, early 2000s WADs I want to play all have You Suck in them? Alien Vendetta, Scythe, Hell Revealed, If Memento Mori, and Requiem both have it. Right. I remember leaving this, because it felt like all the classic Megawads that I'd heard the names of had this in them, and I was like, man, I wonder if Memento Mori and Requiem both have them in them. They didn't. They certainly didn't. I think these 3 are the only ones that have them. From this era, anyway, that I know of. I'm gonna leave another comment. The Descent. No F. Frowny face. Comment. I'm so dumb, dude. I'm so stupid. Alright. That's gonna wrap it up for this Hell Revealed revisit. That was really fun. I'm glad I decided to do this. Alright. Peace, boys.